What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Marvin. We back again with another vlog. Today's vlog is a little different because I'm walking home, and I don't know, I thought it would be like a different type of video if I just do kind of like a night walk type of talk or whatever. I don't know, I haven't really thought about the title. I really just came up with this video idea while I was at work. Like, it just randomly popped up in my head, like, why not do a video while I'm walking home, you know? So today, that's what it is. It's nothing really special. It's just me like walking home, you know? So today's video, that's what it's going to be. Not really getting into nothing like crazy. I guess just some motivational type of video. If that's what you're looking for, then this is what I got for you, you know? So today we're just gonna walk home. To be honest, today was good at work. It was a pretty chill day. Nothing crazy, you know. Sometimes it gets really hectic, but today was okay. Like, I can't even complain and say it was a bad day at work, because it really wasn't. Like, it was okay. It was chill. Time went by quick. You know, I'm blessed and thankful that I even have a job, you know. So last video you guys saw, hopefully it is the last video that you guys saw. It's me kind of like talking about how I became, I guess, a celebrity editor. If that's how you want to say it, and how I'm able to work with like the biggest creators. And to the new viewers, I know that doesn't make sense. How am I working with like big content creators, and how I am a big editor, and how I am a big, you know, all this and all that, and I'm working at 9 to 5? Well, the only reason why I even got a 9 to 5 to begin with, it was just more so like, mind you, when I started working in the 9 to 5, this was like what, summer of 2022. It was like November 2022. 2025, it's been 2 years, going to 3. So when I moved here to California, I didn't really have as much money as I'm making right now with my business. In fact, that when I started working, like editing or whatever, I was able to buy my MacBook when I came here. So I started working in like a food factory, like packaging like food, stuff like that. And I made like a decent amount of money. I was getting like $14 per hour. And then I was able to afford a MacBook. So I bought the MacBook, started editing. I was making a good amount of money as well, you know. So started doing about the MacBook. The MacBook that I had was a 2019 MacBook i9 Core 9, I think. MacBook Pro iCore 9. And I'm not gonna lie, it was like I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000. I don't remember. And that was like my biggest investment ever, because that's really what changed my life. You know, like that's when I really took editing serious, and that's when like started working with like other people, and I was making a decent amount of money. Weekly, I would say like $1,000 just straight up editing. Now I'm making way more than what I used to, obviously, because I'm bigger and I have more clients and, you know, all this and all that. But when I started, like, to me, seeing $1,000 in a week, like, that was crazy. Like, I didn't even make that working in the food packaging spot that I used to work at here in LA. Like, I think I used to make like $800. Not even, I used to make like $400, because I used to pay weekly. So I think my checks will come down to be like $600, $400. Don't remember, like, because it was a minute ago. So I used to work there. Then I was making enough money. I quit that job, and then I started school. So I quit the job, started doing school. Then obviously I was making a good amount of money, but then I also wanted to move out. So I realized that, yes, I'm doing really well for someone, you know, like getting $1,000 a week. That's like $4,000 a month. But if you think about it, that's not a good amount. Like, that's not really a big amount of money. Like, nowadays, in order for you to move out completely, you need to make at least, I don't know, depending where you move to, you need to make at least a good amount of money, like probably like $8,000 a month, if not $10,000. You know, because life nowadays is really expensive. Like, so this is where I took the risk of working at a 9 to 5. So I applied for McDonald's and I applied for Jack in the Box. They did not call me Jack in the Box. I was like, damn, because that's a job that I really wanted to work at. Why, I don't know. Like, that's a job that I really wanted to work at. So they didn't call me, nothing. I don't hear from them. Times go by. Then I happened to go to this one McDonald's, which is not far from where I live. And on the window, I think it said like, we're hiring, call this number, blah blah blah. So I'm like, I'm not getting hired. Like, I'm gonna still do it, but I'm probably not even gonna get hired. So I'm with that mentality, because I never worked at a job before, like a real job, like a fast food type of job, never. So that was like my first type of job. I mean, mind you, I already had to work, like, I had to work before, like doing other stuff, like cleaning backyards, with this one old dude. He was friends with my grandpa. He would take me, but I ain't gonna cap, dude used to scam my ass. Like, he used to finesse me $60 from, like, he would pay me $60. That's even if paid me $60 from like 7 in the morning to like 8. So then I got hired on McDonald's, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, towards the beginning, it was affecting me like real bad. Like, I'm talking about, like, mentally, I was so drained, like hella drained. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I was low-key lost, because it's like I have all this. At the time, I had 2,000 followers. So, but I was still making decent amount of money. I was paying for my school, which is like $1,500 a month. So, I was able to pay things like that. I was paying for my school, whatever, but I would end up with no money at all. So I was like, I need to take the risk. While I build this up, I need to find a real job. So took the risk. Got hired at McDonald's. Now I'm able to bring 2 different type of incomes into my pockets. So now I'm able to have a little bit more freedom with my money and be able to save money from the money that I'm making editing. Because my main goal was to get a job to pay for, like, whatever expenses I have. So I did that, and then whatever money I'm making from editing is going to my savings. And, you know, God, I work like that. So 2023, worst year of my life. But I'm thankful that I went through all that. You know, I went homeless. Was this one dude. I thought he was my best friend for real. Like, kid you not. So when I went homeless, he let me sleep at his house. You know, I met his mom. His mom was like really welcoming. They gave me a spot to sleep, to eat, and even shower. Like, I think, like, to me, like, I had so much, like, appreciation for him, because he helped me when I really needed something. And at the time, I didn't really have anyone, because I'm new here. Like, I don't know nobody. I don't know anyone. So I become good friends with the dude that I said. Me and him were hella cool. And at some point, I went back to my mom's house. I went back to my parents' house. So I go back to my parents' house. And then, you know, I started doing well again. You know, I felt like God tested me, like, you know, are you going to give up, or are you going to keep going? And, you know, I kept going. I prayed to him to guide me and help me really get through the whole situation. And I broke up with the girl I was talking to. So mentally, I was done. Like, I was so done. I remember I got a hotel. I got a hotel for like 3 days. Stay there, because obviously I couldn't stay at the dude's house for too long, right? So I ended up paying for a hotel, 3 days. I think I spent like $600. I don't remember. It was a minute ago. So I remember being in the hotel and just crying, but like, this is 2023, by the way, so it's not too long ago. I'm crying. I'm telling God like to help me and just guide me and give me the strength that I needed. So the girl that I was talking to, she started acting weird. She did offer me a spot too. She wanted to get me a hotel, but I was like, nah, like, I had money, I was able to afford a hotel. So I told her no. I got the hotel, like I said, and then, at night, I'm very tough with my feelings. Like, I try not to show my feelings. I try to ignore every bad thing that happens in my life. Not only because I was raised like that. Like, I'm able to just ignore my feelings. I'm able to just avoid that and instead use it to motivate me, So I did that. But that time, I still remember, like, I busted in tears, like, talking about crying, like that feeling when you're crying because something bad really happens. So yeah, like that, I was crying, like I was saying, like, I miss my mom, and I started praying to God, like, telling God, like, help me. I didn't even say why, because it depends how, like, your level it is spiritually, like how closer you are to God and how much you believe in God. And I do believe in Him a lot, so I didn't question anything. Like, I was just more so like, help me, like, if I'm gonna go through this, I just need you to push me, give me the strength that I need, and guide me for real. So I went through that whole situation, and 2024 comes. Oh, so 2023, then I got a job, right? So now I have 2 jobs. With the dude that I was working, I kid you not, like, that, I was just mentally drained. When I tell you I had no motivation, I was like doing the marketing, so I was editing content, creating content. Bro, those months that I worked for him were the months that I felt so, like, emotionally bad. And I'm telling you, and I'm saying, and I had just, like, gone from homeless, going back to my parents' house, to working with this dude who's basically, like, dude was basically just exploiting me, whatever the word is. Bro was just using me. Like, he's paying me $400, and I'm going in from 7 to, like, I was going from 7 in the morning to, like, 4 in the afternoon. He's giving me $400 every 2 weeks. So I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, I was genuinely trying to help dude because he had just helped me with my clothing brand. He did all my shirts, whatever. So I was trying to be cool with bro. And then one time we got to an argument, and he was just like saying, like, I never told you to work the extra hours. Like, and I'm like looking dumb, bro. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm in my head, I'm like, bro, yeah, this is not gonna work, because how am I helping you and you're expecting me to do that every single day when I willingly did that, So dude got mad at me. He's like, oh, you're not doing this, what happened? You're not working as much as you used to. Bro, no duh, like, I'm mentally drained, bro. Like, I couldn't keep up doing that because, bro, I'm not getting anything out of it. Like, at the beginning, I did it because he helped me behind my clothing brand. So the only thing I wanted to do was help him grow his business. So once I felt like I was just doing too much on my part, I stopped doing that, and he got upset. Whole thing went down. We split our ways and quit the job in 2024, beginning of 2024, like April. So I quit the job. I go crazy. I kid you not. The month after, as soon as I quit that job, I went crazy. I went from like 10K to like 20,000 followers. Like, I'm talking about, like, the motivation I had, it was different. That month, like, after, it was the biggest month ever of my life. But I'll tell you my life story. It's not my full life story, but some of it. Only reason why I even tell you guys is because don't let nothing stop you for real. Like, you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. Just keep going, and you'll get there. So, just got home. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. No, it was just me japping about my life, but see you guys on the next one.